Jordan here, welcome everyone to Tonin' with the Ronin, Volume 2. To prove how effective my new gimbal-based workouts are, I'm committing myself to this workout regimen for 1 month, which is incidentally how long DJI's loaner program lasts. If you don't see a dramatic improvement in my physique by November 21st, 2020, you can go online, all my subscribers, and shame me on social media.
Welcome back, DPReview TV viewers. It's Jordan Drake here in a playground because we're going to be playing like children today with the new DJI gimbals. We've got the large RS2 that Chris is filming me on right now, as well as the little bitty RSC2 for more compact cameras. Now, I'm not really going to compare this to other competing brands options because honestly, I haven't used very many of them. I've been using Ronins professionally since the very first one a long time ago. So I'm going to take a look if you're coming from another one of the DJI Ronins, what are you getting with these new ones and which is going to be the best for you? So there's a few things that these share that are all real improvements we've been asking for quite a while. First of all, they're lighter, which is always a real benefit, but also now we've got locks on every axis so it's not flopping all over the place. As well, they've added screens to these. I do find it to be really inconvenient to have to use my phone to set up all the settings. But the thing that I'm most impressed with is the new algorithm for the gimbal itself. It has a variety of user profiles, and then you can have a separate profile for every operator. It'll learn their tics in the way that they move and the way they handle the gimbal, and it's going to compensate for that. So the more you use this gimbal, the better the results are going to be. And testing it out, this is easily the best performance I've seen on a single-handed gimbal. Now you can get both of these just as the gimbal on their own, but also in the Pro kits. That gives you a follow focus unit that's going to work great with this little dial right on here. As well, you get the RavenEye transmitter. That's going to send a video feed to your phone that does some other really cool stuff. We're going to show you that in a little bit. But oddly enough, the biggest thing for me is they both come in quite usable cases. I've gotten used to terrible cases from DJI over the years. These are actually really nice ones, and it makes a huge difference. So let's talk about what sets the big RS2 apart. This is a 1.3 kilo gimbal, but it's capable of supporting 4.5 kilo payloads. I don't know what that is in American weight measurements, but it's a big camera regardless. Now, I do also like that we've got a micro adjustment when you're tweaking the front and back balance. Now, that is the one I find I tweak the most, so it's great to have it. I just wish I had that for every axis because it does make balancing a lot easier. We've also got a larger screen on this, and unlike the RSC2, this is capable of giving you a camera feed. Now, it's not something you're going to be able to pull focus with, but if you want to check your frame, it's nice to have it there. As well with this, it's interchangeable batteries. So if you're going out on a huge 36-hour uninterrupted shoot or something like that, you can charge up a few of these guys and have them ready to go. So let's talk about the little baby RS2's differences, and it's not that much of a baby. I mean, it's 1/10 of a kilo lighter than the RS2, but the payload is quite a bit lower. You're only looking at a 3 kilo payload with this guy. Now, what they've done is they've got an integrated battery with this, so you can't have spares on it, but battery life is quite excellent. But they've also given you a hinge right on here, so with the RS2, you do want to break that down to fit it in the case. With this little hinge here, you can basically keep it fully assembled, pop it out of the case, and you're ready to shoot. If you need to work quickly, this is a big advantage. So one of the coolest things on this is the RavenEye transmitter. It works with either of the two gimbals. You just plug it right into your camera's HDMI port, and you're going to get a video feed out to a phone or a tablet that's nice and responsive. It's actually fast enough I would be comfortable pulling focus with it, and it gives you some really cool assist tools too, like peaking and false color. But the coolest thing is the active track mode. You tap the subject you want, and with no input, it is going to do its best to follow you as you move around. So you can see right now, Chris doesn't have to do anything. And if you're like a single person who wants to YouTube, you know, this is going to be a really powerful combination for you. Just set it up on a tripod, walk around, and you do get a very cool bit of movement in those shots. Another real standout feature for these is their new super smooth mode. Now, generally when I'm working with a gimbal, I like to be between 24 and 50 millimeters. It does a really good job. But this is designed specifically for longer focal lengths. So if you want to do a long lens with a person talking to camera, really static like we are now, does a great job. But I was really impressed when we were running with this camera, shooting with a long lens, did a really good job controlling the bounce. Usually gimbals will totally overcompensate in those situations. So which of these gimbals is going to be right for you? If you need interchangeable batteries, then obviously the RS2 is going to be the way to go. But I think that's a pretty niche use case. For most people, I would say, if you're just planning to grab the gimbal, get the one that's going to carry the rig you're planning to mount to it. However, if you're looking to get the follow focus motor, the RavenEye accessory, then I would say go to the RS2. You pay less of a premium for those accessories in their Pro package. But after using these a little while and comparing it to the Ronin SC that I use all the time, what I'm most impressed with is just that the quality of the stabilization has come a very long ways. And remember everybody, if you want to feel free to criticize my body at the end of my Tonin' with the Ronin fitness regiment at the end of the month, you have to be a subscriber. I will not accept criticisms from any unsubscribed people. Thanks so much for joining us everybody. We'll see you all again very soon with more DPReview TV.
Dad, this isn't heavy at all.
It's enough sauce. Keep lifting.